Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to talk about James Smith, PT, basically laying the smacketh down on bodybuilders. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. All right, so Greg Doucette made a video about this, and I checked this out. And Greg had excellent commentary on it, but I want to mention 2 points about this individual, James Smith, and what he said. Before I get into this, James Smith is not a name I heard before today. I don't follow a lot of industry gurus. He has like 859,000 followers, lists himself as a New York Times best-selling author, and he runs a podcast. I don't know anything about him, right? I don't know crap about him, but basically I'm going to read to you what he said, and you can find it over at James Smith PT on Instagram. Just look for this guy with 859,000 followers. Here's what he said, and I'm going to have 2 points, so wait around to the end. If you want to battle out your insecurities versus someone else who's insecure, starve yourself until the point your dick won't work and cover yourself in fake tan and call it a sport, then you do you. All right, so he's going straight after bodybuilding. I'm going to be out here trying to find the world's best almond croissant. Ooh, that sounds like a great goal. I'm going to be out here trying to find the world's best beer. Eating a high-protein diet, lifting weights, and getting sweaty, choking out blokes. That sounds like fun. Our idealisms of physiques don't have to match up or add up. True. Sure, I diet here and there and relax here and there, but I'm not giving up 90% of my daily happiness for a 4% shift in body weight. I'm going to talk about that in a minute because this is really the key point that I want to focus on. Everything else here is just blah, 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 right? Blah, blah, blah. Just more internet, running of the old diary of the mouth. But I want to focus on this. I'm not giving up 90% of my daily happiness for a 4% shift in body weight. This is so utterly ridiculous. It's just, I don't even know where to start. That's a bad fucking deal. So I'm going to talk about my 2 points here because, again, I don't know anything about this guy, but he has a huge following. And obviously, when somebody perpetuates stereotypes or spreads ignorance, it's a good time to have a discussion. And Mr. James Smith PT will never see this, but he is perpetuating stereotypes and spreading ignorance. So let's talk about it a little bit. Point number 1 I want to make to Mr. James Smith is anybody who achieves anything important in life has to sacrifice a lot for the last 4%. Does that make them unhappy? Does that make them pick up disorders? I don't know. If you live in this fantasy bubble world where anyone digs deep and pushes hard and trains harder and goes the extra mile to get the last 4% out of their training, then I guess we could look at all professional athletes, all strongmen, all top-level powerlifters, all Olympians, and apply the same lame logic, right? Anybody that achieves any greatness in life has to do a lot to get the last 4%. There's a difference between going 90, 95% and the last 5 to 10%. The Michael Jordans who are out there shooting thousands of extra shots a week. Is Michael unhappy? Right? Is he going to pick up some disorder? I guess it's all what you label a disorder, right, James? I guess it's all what you label a disorder. And if it's not doing what you're doing, I guess we could kind of label it a disorder, right? But I'm going to get on to point number 2. First off, the end cap to point 1. I want to encourage you guys at some point to do something in your life that is unbalancing, to achieve greatness, to really experience what you can, to get the most out of what you can in life. Sometimes you need to step well beyond of your bounds and do something ridiculous. I did that with ultra running. I did that with powerlifting. Did that make me unhappy? No. That brought me more happiness than anything in life. Because when I step beyond my bounds, when I challenge myself in ways I had never challenged myself before. When I gave a lot to get the last 4%, I found out who I was. It was a mental battle. It was a long struggle. But in that long period of time where I'm pushing myself and working harder than I ever had for the last 4%, it was the happiest time in my life because I grew as an individual. I woke up every day with a purpose, and at the end of the day, I just felt like I was fully living life. So if you want to be the anti of that, you can apply some James Smith logic and just dumb everything down to some ridiculous level of ignorance and like, going for the last 4%, we're going to create we're going to create disorders. Come on, James. Get your head out of your ass. All right, number 2, pulls the eating disorder stereotype. I'm going to give you an opinion as someone from someone that's been in this industry a very long time. Been around lifting for 35 years. I've trained with Olympians. Ronnie Coleman. I've trained with, at the time, the strongest power lifter in the world, Donnie Thompson. I've trained with a lot of top-level power lifters. I've mingled with a lot of top-level power lifters. All the names you see on YouTube, I've been around them. Doing content in this industry, writing articles, working with, developing content. I've worked with everybody from the Hodge twins to you name it when it comes to bodybuilders or fitness personalities. You name it, I've worked with nearly every one of them. All the YouTube celeries, all the fitness personalities. I can't say that I've worked with all of them, but I've worked with a ton of them, right? And in my time in the industry, I've been around so many top physique competitors, top bodybuilders, people that have changed their lives from body transformations. I've been around the people James is kind of hammering on here, right? That have went that last 4%. And I got to tell you, and this is an important point, so don't go anywhere, because this is where James Smith falls on his own sword. These people, of all these people, the bodybuilders and the physique competitors and the fitness competitors and the YouTube celeries and all these people who have gone the extra 4%, right? And they might not actually be competing, but a lot of them are competing, or a lot of them are in that lifestyle that James is kind of hammering on. I've seen maybe 1 or 2 of them with what I would consider an eating disorder, okay? Literally, probably 2. I can think of 2 offhand in all my years in the industry. Of all the people I've worked with that have eating disorders, I know of 2 female competitors that were borderline anorexic, and they were leaning themselves down so much that it was concerning. In 35 years, I know 2 people in the industry that I can recall that I'm like, that person has an eating disorder. Most of them just have a healthier lifestyle, a different lifestyle, a lifestyle they like, James, a lifestyle they like. And the stereotypes aside, I don't see most of these people just eating raw chicken breasts and broccoli all the time. More bullshit stereotypes perpetuated, right? It's just nonsense. But let's take a step outside of the bodybuilding culture for a while. And I'm not exactly in the bodybuilding culture myself, but again, I've been in and around it long enough to know this. I've seen maybe 2 people with eating disorders in my time in the industry. Outside of the industry, I've seen endless number of people with eating issues. I coach for a living. I have tons of people that come to me on a yearly basis for help. And I see many borderline eating disorders or even eating disorders. I myself had a binge eating issue that was unrelated to bodybuilding, right? So to pretend somehow to live in this fantasy little box where bodybuilding is just creating eating disorders and we ignore the rest of the world, which is saturated currently with eating disorders, I don't really know what to say. It's just complete ignorance and complete nonsense. So that's my opinion. That's all I have to say. Let me know what you guys think about Mr. James Smith, PT. Point number 1 If you want to achieve anything great in life, you're going to have to go a little bit harder to achieve that last 4%. Is that going to create disorders? I guess it's all what you call a disorder, James, right? And number two, are there really a lot of eating disorders in the bodybuilding culture? No. Are there a lot of eating disorders outside of the bodybuilding culture? Yes. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.